Hello everyone, Kilo Oscar 6 Mike Sierra Echo. Tonight is a beautiful night. It's August 18th, 2026, 23:17 local California time, 11:17 p.m. local California time. On 40 meters, the noise levels look quite alright tonight. Last night was awful, S9 plus 20, but tonight is quite alright. Not sure what causes those noisy conditions on most of the nights and why some nights are good. I'm not sure if this is atmospheric or, I don't know, some neighbor or whatever, power lines or transformer, or maybe some neighbor has a device or charger or whatever. Not sure, I don't know, I haven't investigated this noise, the source of noise in my neighborhood. Alright, let's try and take advantage of tonight's beautiful conditions on 40 meters and maybe make some radio contact or contacts. Tonight I decided to use my vertical butternut HF5V vertical antenna. Decided to use it tonight. And even with my vertical, the noise level is quite okay. Verticals, they have a reputation of noisier antennas compared to, say, a dipole. Alright, I think I'll probably send CQ. Let's see who's on tonight. There's somebody on 7026 W2, but he was calling DX. I imagine he's looking for stations outside of US, maybe. All right. Ask QRL if this frequency is in use. See these noise spikes? Sometimes on some nights they start kind of slow, but then they become more and more frequent as night progresses, and especially after midnight they become more and more dominant, these noise spikes. And by about 3 a.m. sometimes, by about 3 a.m. it starts out like slow, like these slow noise spikes, but then by 3 a.m. It's like complete whiteout with noise, and the band becomes unusable. I'm not sure what causes it, if it's atmospheric or something else. Maybe some neighbor has a device, I don't know, solar charger or whatever. Not sure. That's a funny signal. I hope they're not gonna do a contest on 40 meters tonight. I've been noticing there is a contest like once a week, sometime in the middle of the week. Again, I'm not I'm not a fan of contests, so I don't really follow them, and I have no idea what contests they're doing in the middle of the week. Look at this whiteout again. What is going on? And it kind of, I don't know, came from nowhere. Let's see if you can still hear somebody. Look at this whiteout. Noise whiteout just comes from nowhere. And look at these noise spikes. They become more and more prevalent closer to midnight. Look at this. This is Ken from Hawaii. We've had few QSOs, few radio contacts. He's calling CQ, and this is his favorite frequency, 7030. So I'm not gonna bother Ken because he's calling CQ. I don't think he'll be interested in having a radio contact with California at this time. Or maybe just to get a signal report. Let's see, who's that? Yeah, so far I'm enjoying my new Yeasu FTdx10. We'll see how it goes going forward. I love the waterfall feature, but there's always a but. I've developed a healthy level of skepticism towards all these fancy electronics, fancy screens when it comes to radio communication devices, because in my mind and in my observations, they seem to be less reliable compared to older gear. Look at this noise. It just comes out of nowhere. Look at this. And it's gonna get worse as night progresses. may get worse. Yeah, Ken from Hawaii has stopped transmitting, stopped sending CQ. Look at this noise. It just comes in some bursts. Why is that? Anybody has any idea? Look, it's getting worse now. Complete whiteout, look at this. It was fine, like about, when did I start recording? Like about 15 minutes ago, and it's getting progressively worse. I mean the noise. Look at this. Complete whiteout now. Let's see what the dipole looks like. This is vertical antenna right now. Let's check dipole. Dipole is better. Alright, let's I need to tune for dipole. Use my tuner. Well, although it's already pre-tuned for best SWR, but it's not perfect. So let's see, is this Ken? Yeah, the vertical antenna picks up a lot more noise now. Compared to dipole. This is now dipole. I just switched to dipole and look how it cleaned up a bit, but still noisy. Oh, some strong signals. Okay, I'm gonna tune my dipole for best SWR. Let's see. Oops. I'm gonna reduce power. Ask if somebody's on frequency, right? Again, my dipole is shortened dipole using Hustler coils. So it's very narrow banded. All right, let's increase back to 100 watts. Oops. There's somebody here. Let's switch to different frequency. Oops. Forgot to switch range. Yeah, I don't want that SWR needle make any movements at all. I know, doesn't mean that everything is great, but okay. I am SWR deranged, as I mentioned before. Alright. So using dipole right now. See, this noise can still hear signals, but yeah, the noise is now about 3. That's 3. Okay. Look at this noise. Just look at it. Yeah, it's gonna get worse as night progresses, I think. Look at this noise again. It almost looks like power line type noise. Utility. I'm not sure. But it comes and goes tonight. Most of the nights it just stays there. But it was fine like in winter time and spring, early spring. And noisy conditions on 40 meters got worse closer to summer and summertime. Who is that? Let's check it out. That station is from California, Southern California, and I'd like to see if I can find a station farther away. Again, look at this noise spike. What is that? Like, these noise spikes, they sort of like come in waves. Look at this. What is this? I don't know. Yeah, one of the features I've noticed this transceiver has and does, uh, this knob, these multifunction knobs, once you so anyway, um, when you when I started adjusting like notch, for example, it just activates the notch feature when I turn this portion of the knob, and it just activates the notch feature and it just stays there. If I start turning the outer knob, it activates APF and also just stays there. And I have to remember to switch them off and on. So it seems a little bit inconvenient because I don't know. I like to be able to switch, actually touch the buttons, turn on the buttons, and switch notch and other features on and off as I desire. Um, I'm not sure. This seems, so far it seems a bit awkward to me. The way controls are set up on this transceiver. I still enjoy the transceiver, but I'm I'm still trying to get used to it, I guess. So, and again, this is aside from ICOM 7300 Mark II, which I tried recently and returned it. Aside from that transceiver, this is my first experience with more advanced gear compared to my like FT891, for example. So what I'm trying to say, I kind of have to be careful with these knobs, because once I touch something and start adjusting, it just stays there, and I have to remember to. I mean, the knob, the multifunction knob, activates it like APF or notch or this contour feature, just activates it and just stays there. So anyway, it's a bit. I haven't quite gotten used to this transceiver yet. I've only played with it maybe 3 days or so. Let's see, I completely let's see, where am I? Okay, yeah, look at these noise spikes. So yeah, I kinda lost the station that called me, Ken from Southern California. I kinda lost him in the noise while I was playing with these knobs. So, and yeah, I wasn't quite smooth with it, with the radio contact, just because I'm not quite used to this transceiver yet. So maybe it's a bit too complicated for me. Anyway, it's past midnight. It's past midnight, and I wonder if I should just scan the band or maybe just QRT. Now look at this whiteout. It's so kind of annoying. I don't know. Is it atmospheric? Is it power lines? Is it somebody's solar charger? What are those spikes? Look at this. This is the station I was trying to work earlier, which I lost in the noise. But look how I was able to clean up the signal right now. And another thing that I find, well, you just saw me. I adjusted the notch and contour and APF, and then I went to another, like I wanted to increase volume and maybe RF gain, and I hit the tuning knob. So the I would say the location of the control buttons, I don't know about this. So they're kind of close to the tuning knob, and it's very easy to hit the tuning knob when you tinker with it. Of course, there is a lock button. You can actually lock the tuning knob. I mean, not lock the tuning knob, but lock the frequency. But where is that? Where is that? I've already forgotten where the lock button is. Anyway, so yeah, still getting used to it. Oh, I just found the lock button. So this contour feature is it's kind of like this filter that depicted as sort of like a let's see, how shall I describe it? I don't know. Like this, sort of like a valley in a signal. Best way I can describe it. This is the contour feature. And look at all this noise again, but you can still hear the signal. Yeah, I wish I was able to clean it up quickly when I was making radio during my radio contact with the station, which I'm listening to right now. Look how clearly I can hear him now, which I failed to clean up his signal during our radio contact. Look at this. And this is past midnight now. It's 12:25 a.m. right now. 0025, August 19th, 2026. Look at there was a noise spike just now, and it was so bad, and it stayed like this, so bad. It stayed like this. Look at this now. Look at this. It stayed like this last night, making 40-meter band pretty much unusable for me. I have no idea What causes this noise? Look at this. And as I mentioned, seems to be getting worse after midnight. Look at this complete whiteout. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. That's pretty much it for me for tonight, I think. It's gonna get worse and worse and worse. And even trying to clean up signals with the filters, it becomes very not enjoyable experience because yeah, I constantly have to tinker with the filters. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Look, the band completely closed down for me. It almost looks like it almost looks like AC type, right? AC type interference, right? Yeah, look at this. Anyway, that's it from me for tonight. I'm gonna QRT. If anybody has any thoughts, what may be originating this noise, I'd appreciate it. Look at this. And it has this kind of like these frequent spikes. Almost looks as if some AC type. It's got this like a saw type wave. Yeah, it almost looks like AC type. But why it only usually starts after midnight? Before midnight seems to be okay, but after midnight it becomes so bad. Anyway, I'm QRT. 73 everyone, till next one.